Hello, everybody. Everybody. Hope everybody's doing good, of course. We got a few funny things going on this week. We got a lift station that is down, and I was down since 3 o'clock Tuesday, down yesterday, down today. We're going to have this thing pumped. I had to have it pumped yesterday, too. We're going to have it pumped every day until the pumps inside the lift station are replaced. What a thing. What a thing. What a thing. Hello. Hello, Maryland support. Hello. Thank you for support. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thank you for hanging out today. Hello, good morning. Hello, Willie. Hello, Almera. Kumustaka. Kumustaka. Thank you for popping in. Appreciate y'all. Much appreciated. Hope y'all are doing good. Good to see you, brother. Hello, Aline the Explorer. Aline, Aline, hello. What's up, Willie? Hey, y'all don't have to hang out at this boring channel, bro. I'm just driving around this morning. We will be pumping out a lift station here at about 7:30. So in just under 2 hours, we'll have a big pump truck out. You'll get to see how we remove all the shit and pee from the lift station. I'll try to explain what a lift station is to you guys while we're looking at it over here. I do have that happening. Hello. Let me get you fixed up, buddy. There you go. Now you're fixed. Haha. Now you're fixed. We are at Olympus. Man, that damn car's been here all week, bro. I'm gonna have to call it in, bro. That vehicle right there been here all week, bro. Dang. I don't like having to do that, but this ain't exactly a storage facility neither. So then we're gonna have to like watch some cameras and some things. Oh dude, we got the rabbits out, but we got trash too. So let's go pick up this trash, of course. Hey Rona. Hello. Alright, the rabbits are running. There's one right next to my trash. He ain't dealing with me. We ain't that scared neither. There's my trash that I want. There's the rabbit. Marianne, hello. Hello, hello. Let's see if I can get over there without startling him too much. What's up, buddy? Don't worry, I just want the trash, bro. Don't worry, homie. I just want the trash. Just relax, bro. Yeah. Come here, bro. Alright, back in the car. Let's go. What's up, Marianne? How's it going? Bye-bye, little rabbit. Bye-bye. Here's hoping we didn't like flood overnight and stuff. So I gotta go check these bathrooms real quick. Walking. You doing your walks? Now, why do we have watermarks here? So today is Thursday. I shouldn't have any watermarks here. There's not a drain here or anything, so it's kind of like somebody had our faucet on here, but it isn't wet or anything. The mysteries of a building, right? Well, it doesn't smell like a bathroom in here, so that's a good sign. How y'all doing, man? I hope y'all are doing all right, man. No, doesn't smell like restroom. No flood. So Marianne, I hope you had a nice birthday. Hope you had a nice birthday. You know, I gave you a free option for a different birthday gift, huh? I gave you some options, bro. Should have picked the other one. Should have picked the other one. Now we're just checking these rooftop units, 548. All right, it's started, that's good. Number 2 is probably still not on. It isn't, it won't come on until about 6:30. Number 1 is blazing. All right, I like it. What's up, Antonio Company? Hello, hello. What's up, man? I hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. All right. So the building seems to be in pretty good shape here. And we will hopefully silence it yesterday because we got it repaired. Maybe could have got ahead of some of this stuff. It's another rabbit running. Bye-bye, rabbit. Like overrun by rabbits over here. I don't know what rabbits do over here. We don't have any like vegetables or anything for them to eat. So this is what's known as a lift station. See this little alarm box here? It'll make noise for you. Right? And then you have a sand and oil separator. It goes through these 2 tanks right here. Then over here you have the separator for the poo and the pee. So the big one over there is the poo. This one's the pee, right? And it all goes into this tank. It gets into a pump, gets pumped up to the right height and sent out to the road. That's what a lift station does. A lift station is required because the building itself, right? The building is lower than the sewer out at the road. So that's why you end up needing a lift station to lift the poo and stuff up into a height that it'll get out to the road. And here's a dead banana spider. Hello, matey. Hello. Hello. And there's a super sweet white truck. Hey, come on, focus, bro. Focus. 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 There we go. All right, let's go get some breakfast. Well, we got one more little stop. We're gonna get breakfast. And 7:30, we gotta be back here to do that pump. Oh shit, I forgot some stuff we need to go back in. Oh shit. Round chicken, round. Round. The power finger. Russ the Hunter. Hello. Chimney. Namaste. Hello, Germany. Hope everybody's doing good today. What's happening, Russ? Oh, you're from Indo. Hello. H-A-L-O, right? Hello. I don't know how to say it right, but halo. Halo is how we pronounce that. Halo. Indonesia. Is that the correct way to greet you? Can you teach me how to say your greeting? I'm from India. 9 likes. Thank you, Russ. Appreciate that. Christina Vlogs. Hello. Hello. Welcome. Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Driving Around. This is all I got, guys. Like, I don't have better content for you, so just so you know. Now, here in a little bit, the pump truck might be kind of cool for some people. Like, hello, mine. Hello. Like me and Russ, we probably appreciate a pump truck, you know, and what it does or something. But I don't really think that many of y'all are really gonna like be all happy to see it. Like, oh my god, that's so cool. That's probably not happening. That's probably not. Hell yeah. I mean, you know, like we work, bro, so we probably gonna appreciate some stuff like this. Oh, I'm about to get trapped at this green light. Oh, no. The other side went first. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's go. Oh, we got skipped. We got skipped. Hell no, bro. Hell no. Hello, mine. I am from Indonesia. Dad, how do I say hello in Indonesian? How to say hello in Indonesian? Huh? We change those death rays that we're getting there off the screen. Now we just have bad windshield. How about that? How about bad windshield? You say you sometimes work too damn hard? Man, that shit's good for you, bro. That's good for you. Some people don't work hard enough to, you know, properly appreciate work. I think it's a proper appreciation that takes place. Oh, that dude, he running that red light on the camera. Me, I just wait till it goes green, bro. He saved 4 seconds. All right? He saved 4 seconds. Did you see that? I was like, all the time in the world saved. Ah, I'm impatient. So, I mean, the red light always has a funny skip in the mornings at the same fucking time. That person's probably going to the same place they always go. He probably just so mad about that extra little light he had to deal with. I don't understand why people wake up so goddamn angry. Like, just angry. Like, oh, I gotta go to work. I'm angry. Like, are you serious, bro? Like, you knew you had to go to work yesterday, today. All right, yesterday, you knew you was going to work today. But why you got a bad attitude about it and shit, man? You know, like fucking go to work with some fucking class. I might be stretching it, boys. That might be asking for a bit too much, you know? You never know with these folks, man. You never know. Exactly. I could tell y'all know how to work. The only people that know how to work would have said it exactly. Everybody else would have been like, nah, bro, we ain't talking about that. We ain't working today. Oh, shit, man. You know, I'll be honest with you. I don't know what I would do without work. Like, without work, I would go stir crazy, bro. Like, I need work. I need 50 hours a week taken up for sure. I don't know. Do y'all feel the same way? Like, if I didn't have to go to work today, like, all right, the first week would be really good, right? All right, the first week would be fucking cool, bro. I'd probably be down at the pond fishing or something. Like, what do I go do? Let's go fishing. And then I would wear fishing out. Like fishing would no longer have any guff to it, you know? No support to it. I would no longer enjoy it because I got to do it every day. You know, you see how that works? It kind of backfires, you know? Money's kind of the same way too, by the way. Once you have money and time and can go do all the shit you want to do, then all of a sudden all that shit's boring to you. Oh, hell. We got more trash. got some trash right up there at the entryway. And doesn't look like we had a bum in there, but we're going to go up in that motherfucker and see. And if there has been a bum up in there, we're going to fix it. So, Russ, what do you think I should do? My landscaper went off and had a baby, and now he can't come to work. What do you think I should do? Like, you know, it takes 9 months for a baby to get here, and didn't bother, you know, trying to account for the fact that he was no longer going to be able to do his job because apparently, you know, he's the stay-at-home dad for a fucking infant. Hold on, man. Hold on. Yeah, so what should be done with this clown, bro? Lucky guy. 2 of the kids are his. He married a chick that has 4 before him, and 3 different babies' daddies. I'll be honest with you, I don't support it. I was like, what? Is that wrong of me? That's probably wrong of me, right? Like, that's probably like the horrible Bruce move. Like, oh my God, you picked a chick that has 4 kids, then you gave her 2 more, bro. Oh my God, that seems reasonable. Yep, hard to do that. I got the day off, that was it. How are you, Bruce? What's up, Sweet Evil? Man, I'm fantastic. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing good. Now he tells me, he said, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come 3 times a week to get the 1 visit done. Dude, man, I gotta tell you, dude, I am just not on board. See, what that means is nothing's ever gonna be completed, and it's always gonna be this story that, oh, I'm gonna get that next visit. Oh, I'm gonna get that next visit. Oh, I'm gonna get that next visit. I already want to choke this clown out. I already want to choke this dude out, bro. What's up, Sweet Evil? Hey, y'all be sure to link up with Sweet Evil. Hello, hello. Yeah, I already want to choke this clown out. Alright, he says, they didn't give me that much time off when I had my daughters. Yeah, 1 fucking day, right? Like the day of. Like, okay, go to work. Get out of here, bro. Your wife's having a baby. Get out of here. Go on home. We'll see you in the morning. shit is kind of fucked up, dude. It's a little fucked up, isn't it? Like, that's a little fucked up. I get a couple days, right? I get it. I get it, you know. But with Seth, I don't get it. You know, you have one day a week that you visit this property and maintain the landscape, you know. And so that means he had to take the whole week off leading up to her having a baby under the idea that she's about to blow, so I got to be sitting right here. And like, men don't do that shit, bro. I don't know no men that do that shit, bro. I don't know men that do that. I know fucking, I get it. The chicks, they're like, oh my God, I'm about to blow, dude. I can't be at work. I get that. I get that. But I don't get the men. The men need to be at work. How they gonna pay for that baby if they ain't at work, bro? So I don't get that shit, bro. At all. At all. It's not like I have like some slight understanding of it. I don't think that it's appropriate. I really don't. But that's all right. That shit is not me. Not what I'm gonna do with my life. No way, bro. No way. I mean, I think the first no way was marrying a chick that has 4. You know, I'm not against a single mom, but 4 with 2 different babies' daddies. Now she got 3 different daddies. Like, that's just too many people to answer to, bro. I could only imagine having 3 ex-wives with a baby with each of them. I would probably a little, yeah, death to me. Death would become me. There's just no way, dude. There's no way. That says here, hang tight. It says, where are you heading? I go back to work. Take care. Have an important meeting today. That's good, man. Sweet Evil, we are going to breakfast. We're gonna grab some breakfast, and then after breakfast, we have to go and meet up at the 5668 building. We have a pump truck coming over there to clear our lift station. You know what a lift station is? It lifts the poo up to a higher level so it can go out to the sewage out at the street. Sweet Evil. I like your name. I do. I have no chicks. I have 0 females. One of them probably heard me talking about, I don't know, OnlyFans. The others all saw me go in on some girl, something fierce and nasty, and they're probably worried about something like that. They say, oh, I don't need to be around that guy. Others, I walked up in their room and started telling their boyfriends they were pieces of shit. So there's been some there's been some challenge to my attitude, to be real honest with you. My attitude has been not very good towards some of their friends. As for me, I'm here to have a good time, but it doesn't mean I'm here to make friends. I'm glad if we can become friends, but being here for the act of creating friendship is not my goal. Not my goal at all. I'm here having fun, having a good time, and there's a side hope that we'll make friends and stuff, but Lilybeth, hello. What a beautiful name. Lilybeth. Lilith is one of my favorite names of all time. That's what it's all about. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Ain't that right? I'm starting to not dig these left turners, bro. They do this thing where they need to block you from pulling out when they're turning left. Yep, no eggs. That's exactly right, Sweet Evil. There's no eggs, bro. A few things that will always show you everything, right? Being an actual serious person will show you everything. Will show you everything. So you have a bunch of women online, right? But clearly if you were to get serious with any of them, the whole online thing doesn't really work out all that well. And so the idea there would be that those things are all traded off. You might be having a good time and doing your Internet Explorer thing right now, but if you tried to grab a husband, he probably isn't going to enjoy the idea that you've made yourself available to every dude on the fucking planet that has a YouTube account. Not to mention whatever their interests are. And if you're trying to make money from these individuals, like channels try to earn money, right? If you're trying to earn money from these individuals, then you're going to find that you kind of cater to the audience a little bit to do that. It's not free. Some people don't, and they take $1 here, $1 there, but those people that are banging on the internet and making their way real hardcore, they're catering to their audience too, so that's not a one-way thing. That's not a one-way thing. So I would venture to say that any girl that I've ever attempted to be serious with is likely going to, call into question their channel or a serious dude. Question: would you be husband or single in life? I am single and don't think I've ever qualified to be a husband. I spent my youth concerned about not being the father that my father was. And my father wasn't that bad of a father, and I shouldn't make it sound like that, but I don't think he did his role very well. And my mom certainly wasn't a mother at all. So between the two of them, I had a really poor childhood that I don't think children should have to go through. Parents should be focused, and they should understand that that's the future. The child is the future. They're done. The parents are done, You know, you're 40 years old, you're a walking ghost. You know, everything is about those children moving forward. And, you know, my parents didn't see it like that. And I get it. I get it. You know, there's different opinions. But I spent a lot of my time worried that I would not be an effective father. And so I spent a lot of time preparing for that, right? Which means that I take things a little bit more seriously. My expectations are a little bit higher. And to be real honest, these days, these modern women, they don't want no expectations. They don't want to fill that role. And so I remain single. And I'm okay with that. I am happier with that outcome than I am in a situation where the household isn't run properly. Meaning that somebody does have to go to work. Now, I don't necessarily give a shit which one of us it is, but somebody needs to be at home too. And so somebody's got to be at home taking care of the house and the children. It's not an easy job, and it is not a 1 hour a day job either. You know, it's a very big job. That's a very big role. And then somebody's got to create the funding for that. So the two things have to take place. And that is so super serious for some women. Not all women. Some women are, you know, looking to embrace that scenario where they, you know, are possibly a housewife. And maybe that's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing, I don't know. Who am I to fucking tell women what they should do? I don't know nothing about that. Oh no, I'm not getting in trouble for that. You can give me some eggs, bro. I need them. I need them. Heck, I would go as far to make a financial deal with somebody, but you know, I'm keeping the boys. The boys are mine, son. Like, I want 5 of them because I'm worried about 2 of them being gay, 1 of them being a failure, and then 2 of them are going to be really cool and really good and make it in life and be able to carry the family name forward. But if I only have 1, and you ladies got to forgive me, okay? I speak a little candidly, and I'm sorry. But what if I have 1 kid, right? And he's out there, he's driving to work like I am right now, and some train fucking jumps off the tracks and ends him. Now he's 35 years old, and, you know, I'm well past my prime. I can't make another son. That's fucking game over. The 1 child almost puts you at a huge risk. And that may not be true, but it scares me to think that one day something could happen and then my entire legacy is forfeit. So I need multiple eggs. Husband and wife rules is not totally easy job. That's exactly right, Lilybeth. That's exactly right. And why should it be? Essentially, you're aiming for the most important thing that any human has ever done. And I'm sure, you know, there's cures for this, and that was important. I get it. What I'm saying is that we all live 100 years, and that's it, bro. You're done. You're done, you know. And so, you know, in 200 years, when I open a book, is your name going to be there? Fuck no. You know, you might not have had any kids. And so for some of us, and I am included in this, I am part of this, our bloodline is effectively over. Gus, what's up, brother? What's up, man? Like, so my bloodline ends with me and my cousin Waylon. So we are the last 2 boys in the family. And guess what? Waylon likes dicks up his ass and in his mouth. All right. This is a good-looking kid too. Good-looking, smart, great young man, carries himself well, strong, strapping young man. He's into horses and shit, dresses well. Chicks go crazy over this dude. And he likes dicks in all his holes. That's the truth. He wants a cock in his rear end. And that's cool. It's fucking fine, except for now I'm the only one that's ever going to have any children. And I was really dependent on him. as horrible as that sounds, like, what the fuck? Hello, Melanie. Hello, Melanie. Nice to see you, Mel. Thank you for popping in. So yeah, no, it's not an easy thing. And again, why should it be? Why should it be? Just like making $500,000 a year. You think it's easy? It's not fucking easy. You ain't gonna have no time for no other shit if you're extremely successful. And it's because it's not easy to be extremely successful. So if you have all your time, it's likely because it's not being spent on becoming successful, or it's not being spent being successful. If you do that, your family time likely suffers and your interests likely suffer. And it is one of the disadvantages of being extremely successful. Your personal life is usually forfeit, which I'm good with. I respect that. If I want a bunch of money, it's probably going to cost me time. That's typically the exchange that you have. Time for money. That's typically the exchange. Hello, Rona. That is typically the exchange. Now, I ain't saying it's the only exchange. I'm not saying some people don't make a lot of money inside 60 seconds. So I'm sure you can all present me examples where I'm wrong, but I don't think you're all living those examples. You might be talking about those examples, but I don't see anybody living them. Even my boss, this dude makes fucking 7 digits a year, maybe 8. Right? This dude has 0 time. Now he has spent 6 weeks on vacation this year alone. But when he's at work, bro, it's 14 hours a day of surgery. Right? And that's not including talking to me about anything else, such as, buildings and, his other avenues of income. Success is not a free thing, and it's extremely time consuming. So, comparable to what we'd be looking at if you wanted to have a successful family, well, that's going to cost you all your time. You just kind of got to know what you want, Like, some people want other things. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There are a few instances where it could be hailed wrong. There are a few. All right. So here's one of the possibilities, and it's when two people that don't have the same goal have aligned themselves together. All right. So one person wants to be strong, free, and independent, while the other wants to build a family, which has nothing to do with being independent or strong or any of that, because you're not focused on your independence is for yourself, not for others. And so if you align two people with different goals, it's never going to work. There's another situation, and this is kind of common, that over time people grow and their goals change. So over time people grow and their goals change. Let's argue you were high school sweethearts and you had a baby fresh out of high school and you never had a chance to figure out who you were, right? And well, 12, 15 years from now, you say, you know what? I'm going to go be a fucking dancer and I want to dance all over the world and in major events. I want to dance at major events. Well, then your ass is now a dancer, you know? You have grown past that. What's up, Bob? What's up, Bob? You have grown differently than your partner did. And, you know, who says there's anything wrong with that? What if that's how you go on to become great? What if that's how your name lives for the next 500 years? You know, so to me, these things are not necessarily wrong, but they're probably wrong for your partner. So, you know, you could really find yourself growing away from your partner rather than growing stronger with your partner. And that again, it goes back to what you really wanted. Well, oh, I didn't know what I wanted. Well, that's the stupidest shit I ever heard. You know, because you're doing a bunch of shit under the assumption you don't know what you want, or you're excusing that. So there are other times that this gets placated, and an individual will claim, "Well, I didn't know that I was going to like going to the moon instead of staying at home. You know, I didn't know I wanted to go to the moon." And you'd be like, "Well, you know, basically you've just changed," which means, you know, responsibilities there, and you need to make sure your responsibilities are there. Many people trade off their delusion of becoming an astronaut and going to the moon for being a family. Many people do that. And there are few of us that are hateful and resentful about it. Men are never hateful and resentful about it. They'll spend the next 50 years working for you, coming home and handing you their paycheck, so long as they don't have to pick the color of the walls and what the kids wear to school. They don't want to pick any of that shit. They want to go to work for 8 hours, do their job, come home, sit down, eat dinner, and make babies. That's what they want to do. Like you don't understand that about men. You're sadly fucking lost, you know. And so if those things are going on, it's likely that he'll do that until the end of time. There's Bob. He's a victim. All right, Bob the victim is here. Bob has been captured. All right. That's like kangaroos were running free and then they got captured in the net. Bob's in the net. All right. Now it's a good net. I ain't saying nothing's wrong with the net, but Bob got captured. Look at his words there. He's so broken now. He says, "I was flying high till I had a kid." That's how I read that in my mind, Bob. Yeah, you ever have like Morgan Freeman reading some shit to you? In my mind, that's how I read. I was flying high, and then in this remorseful voice, till I had a kid. I'm so sad now. Me, dude, I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be dressing that little motherfucker up, bro. He's gonna have some sweet ass shoes on him and shit. It's gonna be me and him at the mall. I'm gonna tell the little lady to stay at home. He's like, "Nah, stay home, bitch." I'm putting him on my shoulders. We going to the mall. He said that's how I meant it. You were so broken in that one statement. It took you all of 9 words to tell me you're broken. Nah, dude, you're looking at it all wrong, man. You're looking at it all wrong, bro. Make 3 more of them, then get 600 cattle instead of 200 cattle. You're looking at this all wrong, Bob. As long as you don't tell them that there's other jobs, then they're going to think that that's what they're going to do with the rest of their lives. And here in about 20 years, you won't be the one jacking with all the cows. You'll be making a lot of money for the empire you build, though. You know, that's how they did it on the Ponderosa, right? Russ, tell them about the Ponderosa. What was that other show? What was that show from before? From maybe, I don't think you're that much older than me, Russ. What was that show? The Ponderosa show, right? I mean, these old men had a bunch of land, but they couldn't work the land. And they couldn't trust others to work the land either. The others were just as needy as they were, so theft happened like wildfire. Additionally, you couldn't protect the land, so they had to have children. They have themselves a bunch of them, fucking a dozen of them. One will have a job over here on the land, one will build their house over there on the land. I'm 53 and I don't remember. Now I was like Little House on the Prairie and then the Ponderosa or something. Fuck, what was the name of that show? But I mean, they even made shows about this, Bob. You're just doing it wrong, man. You get the other concept going, man. Build you like a little slave army, right? When I was a kid, I didn't know that kids were allowed to say, no, I don't want to do sports. I had no idea that not doing sports was an optional thing. Like my parents never presented it like, all right, which sport are you going to do this year and how many of them? Sports was cheaper than a babysitter. So guess where we were? Uh-huh. So if we were not in sports, we were on the fucking boat with dad. So we basically weren't band members. Neither my brother or myself were band members, right? That wasn't us. So we weren't doing the glee club after school and shit. What the fuck animal is that? It's two cats, bro. But my parents, they never even like pretended it was optional to not be in sports. They were like, okay, we're going down for football. Okay, school's closed. We're going to the YMCA and we're signing up for whatever they're doing. So I played lacrosse, highlight, and ran the swim team at the YMCA. We did volleyball at our actual school. That was the only place that our school had, the only sport our school had, which was really big there in Miami, but you know, it was the only sport we had. Then you had to do like the local clubs for football, or excuse me, for baseball. And so we stayed in sports all year long. The YMCA was very different there. But you know, we were not presented the option of not doing those things. That was never presented. That is what we were doing. And we would get our asses kicked if that's not what we were doing. I don't know what household y'all grew up in or how old you are. I think Russ and me are from the same household. Like, if Russ fucked up, I think Russ got knocked out. He's older than me. He got me by 9 years. And if I was getting knocked out, that means I know Russ was getting knocked out. All right, Russ. What about Gus? Where is Gus at? Gus will tell us true. I had to go get my own Switch. Russ said pretty much if I fucked up, I was going to get my ass kicked. And so if I didn't go to football, bro, oh shit. Now I got to tell you, it wasn't even a challenged thing either. So we never fought it. We never even talked to kids that weren't supposed to be in sports because everything we did was sports. You see how that goes? Oh, you learned the hard way? I like the hard way, bro. The hard way is my favorite fucking way to learn something. I'm about to learn the hard way right here and eat some breakfast up in this motherfucker. Let's go, bro. Hang tight, hang tight. I got a text message. All right. Sorry. All right. So, have you ever gotten out of your truck and left it running, dude? Like you just forgot to turn it off, got out and walked away. I do that sometimes, man. Sometimes I intentionally do it. Other times it's because I feel. We're gonna do the Southern Breakfast Special. Hell yeah. All the way back here in the corner.
Maybe the signal isn't so good here. Maybe I gotta move. So my folks never presented it as it was an option. And we never said, no, we're not doing that. So we had to basically do the whatever was going on. Morning, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, amazing, of course. Of course, I'm amazing. Hey, no ice, please.
Okay. I didn't remember.
And all this, you don't have to do any of this work. You're just working yourself.
Okay. Got it.
You don't have to do any of that. Just throw some white. You could get it out the faucet. I'd actually like it more.
Really?
It's warmer too.
Okay.
That's
It's
water.
because it comes out of the machine.
Oh, that's why.
That's
It's
why.
cold as
And
shit,
I'll go
bro.
get it out of.
Love that, bro. I like that, dude. I swear I'm the only person that'll come in and ask me for that.
No, my mother-in-law, she drinks warm water too.
Oh, dude, that's all I drink, man. I want to do the southern, and let's do scrambled with some cheese on the scrambled, please.
Okay.
And I want to do crispy bacon.
Okay. Bacon, crispy.
And what else does it come
Hash
with?
browns, home fries, sliced tomatoes, or grits.
You know what? Let's do the home fries, and I ask them to fry them up a little hard,
Okay.
like put some crisp on them or something.
Okay.
Oh yeah, is there a crispy option?
Yeah.
I like the crisp.
And you're good with the biscuit with sausage gravy?
You know what? Let's skip that. I ain't gonna be able to eat it.
Okay.
So-
Do you want toast?
No, I ain't gonna be able to eat
Okay.
that either.
Okay.
The rest of that's gonna be enough.
All right. I got it.
Oh, that's
I'll be
amazing.
right back.
That's perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, hey. Instead of all that stuff, can I just have a little side of gravy for those potatoes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would be
I
good.
got you. Regular
Ooh.
sausage.
Sausage. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm so happy about that. What's up, Rona? How y'all doing, man? Halloween is coming, bro. Are any of you gonna have a Halloween costume? Bob, you should dress that one up as a little pumpkin, bro. You should get some pictures too, Bob. I'm tired of you showing up with no pictures, bro. You lazy ass. I'm calling you out. Yeah. But it'd be nice to see your little baby dressed up as a pumpkin, do like a Sasquatch or something. Oh yeah, hell
There you
yeah,
go,
dude.
baby.
That's amazing. Thank you. Oh, it feels so much better. All right. Welcome to my empty date. There's my wife. I think this role is going to be awarded to the woman that wants to eat breakfast with me at 6 a.m. every day. I got a schedule to keep, bro. I know what's wrong with y'all. I need to get all my work done instantly. I need to make sure that I have got everything scheduled the way it needs to be done to save gas, to save time, to save money. And you know what? I don't appreciate. She's hot as fuck. Who is? Who are you talking about, bro? Sweat. Alright. We are about to be making some shit here. Alright. So we're gonna do one fold right here. Alright. Alright. Bam. Alright. And we're gonna do one fold right here. Okay, this is the right here folds. Alright. Now then, we're going to take this end right here. We're going to fold it like this to this end right here. Yeah, give it a little line gap there. You see that's nice and straight. You push that down like that. You saw that motion, right? Oh, my wife is hot as fuck. Yeah, she is, bro. You see her? It's pretty awesome. She doesn't even order. There she is. All right. Now then, ladies and gentlemen, all right, we need to get ourselves another fold in here because we can't fly like that. So we need to trim it down one more go, and that gives you the ultra sleek, ultra modern Concorde. You know they don't make that jet anymore? Like they had that one accident with it the one time, right? And they're like, nah, we can't do that anymore. It's too risky. We need to keep everything delayed because they can't keep up with it otherwise, bro. Happens too fast. About to throw this across here. Got a big ass rear end on it, bro. This is normally where you would just go like this, tear this rear end off, right? And now you got like the super stroke plane right here, bro. See the bottom of it? Oh, look at that. Look at that. You like the explosive shit up his back. That is so gross, bro. I've made this super sweet airplane. I've also ruined my napkin and turned it into an octagon. So what do I do about Seth? What do I do about Seth? Looks like a stop sign now, huh? You like that? Turned into a stop sign? That's cool. What do I do about Seth? See, I need to have this question answered. All the way up the back, bro. What do you do? Like get the water hose out? Psh, bro, my wife is gonna hate me because I would just march his ass outside, hold him up by both them hands, bro. Power wash. She gonna be so mad at me. She gonna say I'm cheating when I do the baby. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
How does that look?
Oh, that is fantastic.
Good.
Oh yeah, they're crispy too.
Yay. You need more water?
No.
Okay.
They did them crispy for me. And I got some sausage gravy for them, bro. Y'all don't know, this is about to be fat boy heaven. They put the green peppers and the onions in there. Fat boy heaven right here. Oh yes. Come here, dude. I want every bit of that. I want that gravy. Here. I don't know. I don't like shit dripping on my table, so I know exactly what to do with that. Done. Done. A similar consistency, basically. Yeah, I got the crispy bacon. Oh yeah, it's super crispy. It's awesome. Basically shards apart when you put any pressure on it. Oh yeah.
Look at you already ready.
I'm well trained. Not cold at all. I love that.
Oh, absolutely. I learned to play that. I learned to play that game fairly early on.
And this will run like $11 or something. And she'll comp a $9 tip on it. That's awesome. Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
And potatoes are so good too. Oh my God. I like it when they're a little crispy and covered in juice. They got the cheese on the egg for me too. It's really good. It's a similar consistency. And give this some peppermania. And even though we got bacon, we're going to throw down some salt too after the peppermania. Especially on the eggs. Y'all like salt and pepper on your eggs, dude. Salt and pepper on eggs sets it apart. You know what else is really good? If you do some garlic salt on your eggs. Garlic salt. I know it sounds crazy. Oh yeah, get some of those vegetables mixed in there. Hell yeah. Doesn't that bite look good? You know it does. Oh God, come back here, bro. We're about to get another victim. Check this bacon out. It's so awesome. It literally crushes right apart. I think I'm just going to do the best pens again this year. Hand out toll pens again for Christmas at the office.
Maybe not even 10 minutes later, he comes back. Longer says, my God, he went to the call. I said, I don't care what's possible. I'm up there working, trying to get tires out. Go ahead. Now, this time, it's real close to 30 minutes. He comes back and says, John Fogger said, my God, get down off that pole, come to the call, man, you're fired. I said, you got her. Bernie said, what are you going to do? I need come help up here. I went to tell you, Bernie. Yeah. Because the third guy was with me, he can't find him. He called me Doughboy for a reason. And, so I get down, I get in there, pick up the other. There's another story about Brendan, I'll tell you something. So I get the truck, we drive back to the shop. I get on the phone. There's not that cheap shit. When I call for you, that's not how I want you to call. I want you to down right now. He said, what the hell you told them before that you couldn't come and call? I said, well, look, I said, the tire's wrong. So the fans are there. And now we're over 30 minutes. What if why aren't you up there by that? I said, because you my guy told me that if I didn't come down and call you, I was fired. Well, get your ass off this road and get back from there. Yeah. We lost the whole rest of that day.
How much does he weigh now? How much does he weigh now? Is that like 30 pounds? I know you Australians are built different, bro. You're like the size of a small marsupial now, yeah? You like a wombat size now? Was that 11 pounds? Ketchup on crispy potatoes, bro. It's a fantastic breakfast. I got about 8 minutes and I got to be back on the road. Yeah, we're good. 11 pounds. Oh yeah, he's growing. How old now, Bob? Having like weeks or whatever, months? How old?
There was another guy, Randall McDougal. His nickname was
Raptor, what's up, yo? Hope y'all are doing all right.
Just walk the truck. And,
That's roll.
Yeah, well, I don't need it today. Bye, sweetheart. Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am. Wow, I'm so full. Oh my God. I can barely walk. You see my shadow? I gotta walk bow-legged to get out of here now. Let's get to it. Yummy. 8 and a bit weeks old. Was Raptor just blue? What happened? There we go. I thought I saw you as blue. I'm sorry. Now you're fixed though. So there you go. And this is the part of the show that's actually supposed to get a little good. To that end, I feel like I should stop and restart, and we'll just go over here and make sure that this pump thing goes well. Number 1 crown. That means that in the top left, you'll see the crown underneath something else, but it's right there on the top left. And when you press it, you'll see that people are awarded some sort of points for their participation in here. And if you hit the question mark, it says send live chat messages, send super chats and super stickers, and send gifts to gain experience. Now, right now, you're number 1. And I think you will retain it because the other things aren't optional on my channel. All right, Bob. Have a good day, sir. So we're about to go pump out a lift station. And we need to be there a few minutes before the guys are. So I think what I'm going to do is end this one and restart lined up for that one. All right, guys, I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that seems like a great idea, actually. So then, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end this, and in about 3-4 minutes, I'll have a new one up. Now, it'll only take me about 2 minutes, a minute or something, but I'll have another one back up here in just a moment for the pump truck. We'll drive over there. They're supposed to be there at 7:30, and we'll get that lift station pumped out so we don't overflow during business today. That would be a thing. So I got there yesterday at 2 o'clock. We pumped it at 7:30, and at 2 o'clock the alarm was going off. So I need to get there a little earlier today. Maybe 1 o'clock. So I'm going to end this and restart, guys. Thank you for hanging out. We'll see you in just a minute.